Katla is an Icelandic limited series of 8 wonderfully gripping episodes filled with mystery and fantastic storytelling. Yo, Andrew here. So I was gonna make a video about a list of movies to watch on Netflix this weekend, and then I came across this limited series called Katla, and I thought to myself, I'm gonna make a whole video for this one. This limited series definitely deserves its own video. I cannot believe a lot of people aren't talking about this. There's just not enough buzz about Katla out there, and I thought if I recommend it, maybe a handful of you would go and see it. It's on Netflix. It's set in Iceland, and if you've ever Googled or seen pictures of Iceland, you can appreciate how eerily gorgeous that part of the world is. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a quick plot because I don't want to spoil this for you. Now, this is one of those limited series you need to watch over the weekend. You have to binge watch it because it has a mood to it. Just a very nice mood. After a recent volcanic eruption in a little remote Icelandic town, a naked lady emerges from it unharmed and very confused. She is taken to a hospital after a few tests and the removal of volcanic ashes from her body. They realize she was a lady who had died a while back, and now the people of the town need to figure out if this is science fiction or was the wrong person buried. Now, where this show really excels is storytelling, because it leads you to believe, or at least think about, the idea of losing someone and then they came back to life, and you can have a conversation with them and they have all their memories intact. Would you want to figure out where they came from and how this came to be, or would you just live your life and just appreciate the fact that you get a second chance with them? It's just a fantastic story. I only have 2 cons for this limited series. Con number 1, I wish it were longer. Con number 2, now this may not be a con for a lot of people, but this show is dubbed. Now, the dubbing is not bad at all because obviously Netflix spends a lot of money to get quality dubbing done, but it might be a con for some. And now the pros. Pro number 1, the story is very intriguing. Pro number 2, the Icelandic backdrop is my cup of tea. It's just beautiful. I love that whole black sand situation that they have going over there. And also, I like the visuals in this film. It has this whole winter feels. It just makes you want to grab a cup of tea and just sit down and observe this thing. Pro number 3, there are no jump scares in this limited series. I know on the description it says horror, but that horror is just a mood, but it's not actually any jump scares. And the idea sounds like I'm telling you a very horrific type of story, but it's actually quite beautiful, but at the same time it has a very subdued kind of feeling to it. Pro number 4, the pace of every episode is easy to follow and understand, and that's something that I really appreciate. Pro number 5, it's got this bittersweet type of undertone on it. It, asks you that question, how would you feel if a loved one who passed came back to life and they had their whole memory, and just how much joy would be in your heart to see them again and they still feel like the old person. And that's just a very weird but beautiful thing to experience in a limited series, especially when it's well done. Pro number 6, it's a limited series, so there will be no season 2, so you don't have to wait after you finish season 1, so it doesn't drag on, which is something I think a lot of us will appreciate, because sometimes when a show finishes, their first season finishes, you just sit down there wondering what to do with your life because you have to wait a whole year or 2 for season 2 to come out. So we don't have that problem in this one. And that's my 2 cents. So please go and watch this limited series on Netflix and come back here and share your thoughts in the comments, because I want to read it and find out if other people, love this show as much as I did. Also, please like and subscribe if this video brought you any value.